show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome. Yes. I tell you what, it has been sweltering, and all of us standing in queues has not been helpful in this heat. But yeah, I hope wherever you are, you guys cast your votes yesterday and you had a good one, even though the ICA is much to be desired. But this evening we're talking curls and curves. Yes, and who's joining me is the lovely Angela. Welcome.
Hello, Ruth. How are you?
So excited to have you with us.
Yeah. As always, I love being here.
Good. And your hair's looking beautiful. I'm so jealous.
Thank you. This is 2 years of blow dry. I used to blow dry my hair dead straight my whole life, in fact. And then 2 years ago, I decided time to go natural. And it's
well done.
Not easy. It's not easy.
Going
it's
natural.
Labor of love. Total labor.
I think going natural in any which way direction is hard. Cutting out takeaways, but we'll get to the body, we'll get to all of those things. All right, so everyone, I know, blowing hair dry straight, getting now, everyone's got those irons, which are fantastic. What are they called again? Straighteners.
Yeah.
But yes, I think if you don't know how to use them, or you use them improperly, you can damage your hair. But yes, so tell me about the journey that led you to being
all So I decided. So I realized. This is the interesting thing. When I was born and up until I fell pregnant, my hair was dead straight. And then when I fell pregnant, the curls came, and it was very frustrating for me. And it now just took me longer to blow dry my hair straight. And then I was reading an article on Reddit one night, and they were talking about the curly girl method, and I didn't know what it was, so I Googled it, and I was like, oh, so there's this entire method from getting your curls back after blow drying them straight for so many years. Yeah. And it's a very labor intensive. The first 3 or 4 months are really difficult. It's so frustrating. All you want to do is cut your hair off immediately. I've actually cut my hair. It was down to my waist. And during COVID, I kind of had a bit of a curl meltdown. I was like, no.
So any other woman meltdown, like, I don't have anything to wear. What?
Exactly.
You've got an entire store in your cupboard. What are you talking about? Hello.
Yeah, but there's a couple of very basic rules that you have to follow when you decide to take the curly journey. The first is you have to throw away your hairbrush. I have not used a hairbrush in 2 years. The first 3 months, I used a wet brush in the shower. But you never, ever, 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 ever brush dry, curly hair, ever. That is like you are destroying your curl pattern. It is the worst thing that you can possibly do to curls. Because curly hair, the reason why it's curly is because it's dry. So, there's a lot of oils and things happening. And when you're stretching it out, you actually, I don't know. I mean, there's hundreds of YouTube videos explaining the science behind the curls, but brushing is the worst. And then the second thing is checking out all your shampoos and conditioners that have any sulfates or paraffins, and go as natural as possible. So this is the product I use. It's made in South Africa.
Okay,
so it's a South African product. Mango and marula, delicious. It smells amazing, and it's really nice. It's got the whole set. So you've got one is the shampoo, which is silky soft. So that puts all your moisture back in and really does a nice clean. Then you've got the detangling conditioner, which is what you would use because you were saying that your hair tangles very easily. This stuff is called slip. So it gives your hair a lot of slip when you're in the shower, because this is the only time that you will ever put a brush or a comb or anything through your hair is when you're doing your detangling in the shower. Very important. And then I usually leave that on for about 20 minutes. And my hair, you can't see it properly, but my hair is actually very pink and red. And so I have a tint that I stick into my conditioner, a pink tint, and it just covers over gray, a beautiful
Makes me younger.
but it's actually just covering
less clever. And I've started, I can see here, this side. I've started like little strands, but I have a thing. I think when I go really, really grey, I'm going to be like brave as AF and go completely like royal blue. Like blue.
My sister just did that. Her hair is like grey blue. It looks amazing.
Okay. No, definitely on bucket list. Okay, so this mango and marula, can you find it in Clicks? Can you find it in Clicks? Okay, show it again. What's the company?
Sunpack, distributed by Sunpack. But it's local. It's called the Perfect Hair. And then you have your leave-in butter, because your curls are very dry. But I use not even like a pinky nail of this, because my hair is very fine and this stuff is very heavy. So the thicker your hair is, the more you can use. And then this is just the best gel in the world. This is the curl gel, and this is really amazing because it doesn't dry out your curls. They're like super light and fluffy, and they got bounce. I mean, I washed my hair like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, let's take out the word hair and we'll be busy in the boudoir. The boudoir. Super light and fluffy and bouncy. Yes.
And then you need, if you're going on the journey, these I cannot live without them.
Okay.
This thing. This is the gift to all curly hair.
Listen, I know what it looks like, but I mean, I'm probably got others, but now hang on.
There's no batteries in this.
Yes, it's no bob.
It is a continuous spray.
Oh.
So then you
put... Sure. Now, how much does all of this sort of... hello, Nick. Let me just say hello to the peeps. Hello, Roadrunner. Hello, Brandon. Welcome. Yes, and it's not that Brandon from that thing. It's the real Brandon. But yeah, okay, so now let's say, now I hoy my brush, which is not here right now, in the dustbin. I have the big-ass comb.
Yes.
Product-wise, what we're looking at, right?
I can save you a lot of money because I have tried every single product at Clicks and it's cost me a fortune. This is the cheapest. It's $90 for each thing. Most curly stuff you're paying like 180 Rand. So I've been there. The 180, the 280. This is it. Locally made, $90. Done deal. And they're not paying me to do this because I would be very happy if they were the spray bottle is important because you don't wash your hair every day. I wash my hair twice a week. So when I wake up in the morning, I'll use this to refresh the curls. So you spray it and then you scrunch it. Water. I just got water in here. Yeah, I've tried the oils. I've tried all the different stuff that they recommend. Water works for my hair because it's so fine. Okay. And then the other thing I can't live without is my scrunchies, because this is how you sleep. You don't sleep with your hair down.
Oh, no, I get big cooker moods if I sleep with it. You should see me after you.
It's called a pineapple.
Yes.
On the top of your head. Sorry, this is going to look very glamorous from your angle.
It's fine.
That is it. And that's how I sleep.
Okay.
And then that protects the curls. And when you wake up, just shake them out.
And it doesn't, and you just train yourself not to brush your hair, because I think that would drive me, like even before the show, I thought, oh, no, my hair's all, I have to put a comb. I've got a little like Viking thing going on here as well tonight. But like it would drive me crazy not to be able to brush my hair, but it's something I need to consider, and it's something that I know I need to progress to.
Yes.
But there was a question here from Roadrunner. What are your thoughts on Tresemme? Now we've got to be careful what we say but I know a lot of shampoos talk about, what did you say earlier? Sulfides.
Yes. So Tresemme does have a Curly Girl approved range. It's their naturals range. It doesn't have any paraffins or any of the bad stuff. So what I do is there's an app. It's not an app. It's a website called Curlbot, and that will give you put the ingredients into the Curlbot, and it'll tell you if it's Curly Girl approved or not. So what I'll do is I'll go Google search the perfect hair conditioner, copy and paste the ingredients into the Curlbot, and then it'll give me a list of all. It'll tell you whether it's Curly Girl approved or not. So I do that before I buy anything, because after about 6 months, what happens is the minute you buy a product that does have something in it that's not good for you, your scalp starts to itch, your hair goes flat, your hair becomes so used to using natural products that it actually you can feel it the minute something is not natural. Yeah, it's amazing.
Because it's like your body as well. But does hair get, like they say that you need to change your toothpaste brand, I think at least once every 3 months, because your body develops almost a tolerance. I don't know, I've heard that. It's not like that with hair, is it? I don't know.
I don't know. I think if I look over the years, I mean, I've probably used every single shampoo and conditioner on the on the shelf at some point in my life. So I don't know. I've heard that as well, but so far, I mean, I've been using this for about 6 months.
Okay.
When it first came on, in fact, I've been using it when it first came onto the shelves, because I thought, well, that's cheap. I'm going to try that. I can't afford the other ones anymore.
So this, my future sister-in-law recommended to me. I just want to check if it's got the paraben. It's called Planter 39, because I'm like over the 40 now. So apparently it's good for, like, because they say your hair becomes. My mic's a bit scratchy. Oh, heard. Well, what must she do? She can't help it now. I don't know. Maybe lower your mic. It's fine. Lower your mic, but I don't think it's too bad. So yes, so this product's from Germany. Gotta love the Germans. They know how to make things. That's for sure.
That is true.
And it's got a bit of a color in it. And yeah, my hair feels amazing when I use it. But I'm sort of, so I'll be honest. I think a month ago I started using this stuff. I think there is. I don't see. This has probably got. I don't know what it has in, but it's got hemp oil in. So yeah, man. But this is South African made. But my hair grew. I was like, my hair was here. The next minute I looked, it was. Woof. I was like, wow, this is awesome. Go hemp oil. So that's the one that I'm trying, and you get different ranges, obviously for different hair types and different things. But yeah, I like that one. My hair has gone rather long, and I actually had it cut. And I swear it's just, and my hair's never grown. Thank you. But I've been brushing it. So half of my head is like straight, and then you've got these like dreadlocky, like crazy. When I go to the sea, I literally look like a Griekse tang.
So you know what I find quite interesting. So when I first started going the Curly Girl method, the reactions to the people around me. So my dad was horrified. He was like, "Can I pay for you to go to a hairdresser? Do you want a Brazilian straightening thing?" Listen, my dad is also the guy who said he will pay to have all my tattoos lasered off me if I've grown out of them at 45. So he's very like, listen, you're looking scruffy. This curly hair is not working for you. And then on the other side, my mother, who has always been very critical of my curls when we went to the beach, she totally embraced them. And she was like, don't listen to your father. Just get into it. They look beautiful. And she actually, when I was like, I can't do this anymore, she was actually the one who pushed me to keep going, which is quite interesting. So yeah, it's amazing for me how people react to people's hair.
I've got a friend of mine's son's got like proper dreadlocks, and everyone like looks at him, but he has to go to get it done and to be treated but he loves it. And I mean, it's it's like this white young dude with like real serious dreadlocks, you know. And people have always a comment, and why'd you do it, and da da da. And but I think at school we spoke about before, you know, we grow up and our parents love us and we think, oh, we're perfect and we can do no wrong, and we go to school and we suddenly are judged by every little thing. And I know growing up, like our hair, and I feel so sorry for gingers. Look, I love a good ginger. I do. Ginger.
I don't know what you were talking about. I'm
no, ginger. Like I have a soft spot.
Oh my god. I have such a soft spot.
And like I once saw a family with the entire family had this beautiful, natural, deep Irish red hair, and I was like, oh. And
So
I said,
jealous.
you guys have such beautiful hair. And the small little boy says, everyone always teases me. I said, you don't let them. They're just jealous as or anything, you know.
I love them.
But yeah, being at school, and I mean, God, literally I used to take the iron and try and straighten all my curls out, and it was horrible. And the crimp machine and blow drying it for hours, and oh no.
I remember I had this friend who had also the most beautiful natural auburn hair, like natural. And it was this huge big curls. And every single Friday night, she would be sitting there with her hair on the ironing board, and we'd be ironing her hair straight. I'm like, you know, it's crazy the things that we do to ourselves to try and fit in and to hide who we are naturally. And I have to say that since I have let my hair go curly and do its curl thing, I am getting way more attention from men than I have ever gotten. It is crazy. Like, men love curls. They really do. If I'd known that, I would have done it a long time ago.
Well, TG, do you hear that? I'm gonna go, you just have to, I suppose, accept yourself. And it's such a challenge. Even, I mean, we're all different. We all come in various shapes and sizes, and it's learning to really, really love yourself. But it's hard when you see yourself in photos and you think to yourself, that's how I imagine myself in real life. Like, I don't know. But we live in such a fake society. It's really about time that you try and discover who you are, you know, inside. And I mean, you've got to love what you have, and you've got to embrace what you have. And I think your journey of touching on your curls, I'm a bit nervous. Any big change for me, I'm very nervous about.
You got to change sometime. You know, you can't, like, life is short. You know, and you really, and I think that, without getting too like morbid, but I think if it's one thing that COVID has taught us is that anybody can go at any time. You know, we are not immortal. That's right, immortal. Hey, yeah. I always get those two mixed up because I'm not a sci-fi fan. So I always like, is Superman immortal or not? So yeah, I mean, so you really have to embrace these things. When else are you going to do it? When else are you going to do it? Like, this is something that I'm going through now. I turned 45 this year. And I've spent 45 years worrying about what people think, and am I thin enough? Is my hair straight enough? Are my eyes green enough? You know, all these things. Am I enough? Am I enough? And then suddenly this year I was just like, I'm done. I'm done with people, whether anyone thinks I'm enough or whether they like me or not. This is it. This is what I got, and I love it. I'm enjoying.
Fantastic.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I'm like, man, I wish I was 45 10 years ago.
Yes, but if I could go back and tell myself, there's always that question of like, yeah, what would I go back and tell yourself? There's often that thing on Facebook, 3 things you could go back. I don't know. Don't marry young, I think. But Brandon says here, I'm embracing my grey hair. No, listen, I'm a 16, and there are lots of Instagram posts about going grey naturally. And I mean, I'm starting. What's on this side? I don't know. I've seen 1 or 2 in the sun. I'm like, oh, And someone said, "Don't pull them; they'll multiply. They'll be like what are those things called? Not a leviathan, a Medusa dragon. What are those things where you chop off their head and they grow?
Yes,
But,
is it that?
yeah,
I think it is that.
No,
men with grey hair, that is so sexy. Like men can really pull grey hair off. Like, wow.
My son's just whispered to me, Hydra.
Hydra.
Thank you, boy. Thank you, boy.
Good to have a teenage boy around.
A wealth of knowledge. And the best is he knows more than mom. As you know. So things we need to look out for in shampoos is what were they called? Sulfites.
No sulfites, no parabens. Here, free from petroleum, paraben, sulfate, and silicones. Silicones are the bad guys.
Okay.
And a side note, so I only use organic products in my house, just because it's the way my life has ended up over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And the other day I went into the bathroom and there was a frog in my shower. And I couldn't figure out where the frog came from because it's in my bathroom. I mean, it's really far away from and I realized the other day that the grill holding the shower, the grill that catches all the hair had actually come loose. And every time I go in there, it's lifted up. The frogs have been coming up through my drain pipe. And I suspect there's like a whole frog family in my drainage system. But at least I'm using natural products. So they're surviving.
An ecosystem going. I mean,
yes, because frogs don't survive if the ecosystem isn't perfectly balanced. So at least I know all my hair products are perfectly balanced.
I always wonder where what we throw down the drains ends up. So I've become a little bit obsessive. I take, you get your pods for the dishwasher, like whatever they are. Look, I must say I need to become more organic, I suppose. But I'm peeling the plastic off the sealed. Because I believe everything's going into our water. That's why we're all bloody crazy. Because didn't it make the Romans go mad? The lead in the aqueducts.
Yeah,
was it the lead? They made them.
Lead is very toxic.
Yes, and that's what all the aqueducts were made from. Or a lot of them, a large percentage of them, and people were losing the plot. So I think that explains it.
Yeah,
it explains it. But there's all sorts of shit in the water, in the drinking water. Yeah. Drink beer, people, not water. No, I'm kidding. So Roadrunner says here, last time my hair was long was 20 years ago, a bit thinner up top, but loving being 40s with long hair and a long grey beard. Go Gandalf, yes.
Yes.
But this is the thing, men age sexier as well.
Yeah, like, but they have to still look after themselves. Like, just because you age better, don't let yourself go.
Let yourself go how? Like what? Book what? Look, it's hard. And it's hard with having lifestyles the way we all live now. I mean, this is a judgment-free zone.
Yeah. No, listen, I don't have a problem. Look, I have over the last couple of months really started to appreciate the dad bods and the boops and all that. I've always been a bit of a snob, to be honest, regarding it, but I've really grown into it a lot. I'm starting to appreciate these masculine forms, but I've also realized that people aren't being healthy. Like they are eating unhealthy. I've been meeting a lot of people that are still smoking, and I know, okay, I'm not going to get into smoking thing, but I just think like in the day and age when we have so much information on things, like why are you still damaging your bodies?
Yeah, why you?
I don't want to become a soapbox. Yeah.
No, sure. But why are we eating the crap that comes in a little cardboard box for cheap? But I mean, each to their own. And I think it's a gradual process that every one of us has to go. Just like you find your hair. And I think that's probably where I'm headed. I just have to decide on a length. So I have issues with length because my father always used to cut my hair. Like it would get down to my shoulders or whatever possible, and he'd go, "Okay, hair time, chop."
Oh,
And
no.
a lot of my major years at school, my hair was short. So yeah, I actually had nightmares about a witch forcing me to eat mustard, or else she'd cut my hair like random. But, yeah, but
No,
I
we were
think
never allowed to cut our hair.
oh, really?
Ever. The first time I got a haircut, my mother dragged me. I went to the hairdresser on my own, and the woman cut my hair without. I wanted a trim, but she cut it. It was like to my bum, and she cut it here, and I was crying the whole time. And when my mother saw it, she literally dragged me back into the hairdresser, and she let this woman have it. Like we were not allowed to have short hair.
Okay. Well,
Interesting, hey? Like different families have different
different
hair
cultures, different
criteria.
ways. I don't know. I think my father just thought keep it neat and I don't know. God knows. God knows. He just wanted hair, short bob. That was it. And also with TG's little girl, we've just because also some people in the family like a short, and I'm like, no, short, like you can't tie it up. And if you're a little girl at school, you want to have your hair tied up, and it want to be easier to manage. But yes, we love them. Yeah, I think I'm embracing going grey. Well, we'll see when more of it comes. I might go blue again, like strands of blue, but yeah, it can get a bit daunting. Okay, so and you've also done a lot.
Sorry, just with that, try and do the curl journey before you go to grey, because you want to try and train it before it's. You see, grey hair is very difficult to curl. It doesn't like to be curled. These are grey. These straight little. See there.
Okay, no, that's good to know. So I should start now.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm gonna log on to that. I'm gonna log on to that website, Curlbot, and type in these shampoos and conditioners and see what they say.
Yeah. And there's lots of great YouTube videos like Curly Sue. If you just type in Curly Girl Method onto YouTube, there is so many amazing YouTubers out there. Just find one that is your texture and curl pattern. You want to get advice from someone who doesn't have the same curl pattern as you.
Okay, curl pattern.
So that's another thing. You have to do a test. So there's a whole. It's like A1A, 2A, 3A. So it's all different curls. So you'll have to find the chart. Like I'm a mixture of B3 and 1C, but it just helps when you first start to figure out which shampoo and conditioner and all that kind of stuff you need to use.
Sure. So it's quite a process, but I think it's something. Yeah, it's just something that we've taken for granted. But I think it's important to do it the right way and to really have expression through your curls. Because we've spent our whole lives fighting with them and everywhere, and now just let them be. So yeah, what did I thought of something the other day? Yeah, why do women have curves? So we can drive our men around the bend. Yeah, a bit of a dad joke, but
it's a mom joke, not a dad joke.
Mom joke, but no, I think, and that's another thing about body image. Like growing up, like we all want to be skinny, we want to be like this perfect model material. But obviously, the model industry is changing. We've all seen what's been happening, and I think there should just be a equal fairness and chance for there to be body types of all different things, because we all are all different. But I mean, you had a journey with that too. You've become healthier.
Yes.
You've found your curves.
Yes. Yes. So on the 1st of August 2019, I decided to give up all sugar, carbs, processed food, colorants, anything from a tin box. I went natural hair and natural food, so 100% natural. And it's in the process. I've now lost 30 kgs, which is huge.
20 what? 20 what? 2016?
No, 2019. 1st of all, so in 2 years. In 2 years, I've lost 30 kilos. But I lost the first. I lost the first 15 in the first 4 or 5 months because the sugar and the carbs are inflammatory, so they cause a lot of water retention. So the minute you quit sugar and carbs, your weight drops off you with like literally overnight. It is unbelievable because of the inflammatory way that it affects your body. So, I mean, some of the things, I don't have body pain anymore. My migraines, I only get once a month. I have got a lot more energy. My head is clearer. And then I ended up with these curves, which are amazing. So I've spent,
which employs lack.
they're everywhere. And it's amazing because I've spent my entire life fighting this body. I've always been curvaceous. I mean, it's just how I am. I was a swimmer, so I've got the big shoulders. You know, it's just, that's it. And I fought it. And at one point in my 20s, I was verging on anorexia. I was living off a boiled egg and a Provita and 5 liters of water a day. I was ill, sick, trying everything to fit in. And now I've realized that, and I mean, when I say fit in, I think one of my biggest struggles is fitting in when it comes to men, like finding relationships with men and acceptance. And because I had such low self-esteem, and now I've realized at 45 that there's an entire group of men that love curly girls, curly women,
Curly
and curvy. Yeah.
And
they love the curvy woman. They love the curves. They love the hips. They love the thighs. It's like the boobs. And I'm fit into that category, and it's amazing. For the first time, I feel like my body is accepted. And it's what the phenomenal thing about that is, the side effects of that is, before I would sit in my Pilates class and go, oh, I need to do this and I need to do that. But now when I'm sitting in my Pilates class, I'm like, oh, I'm doing this for me. I actually feel like I'm doing it for me now and not for anybody else. And that's a beautiful feeling. It's taken me a long time to get there, where it's not about other people. It is entirely about me. And I love that. That's cool.
Well done. You go, girl. I think we have to, and I know so many elder, I mean, I look at my mom, and she's an incredible woman who's had so many challenges and survived it, but she's still at her age suffers with certain things. And I think to myself, God, please, I just don't want to be that old and still worry about what people think. I think she's very self-conscious. She's very, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. But Roadrunner, who has got curly hair, you should start using full spectrum CBD, as well as helps a lot to get the body into homeostasis, transformed my wife's life. Okay. So I think I've got that link somewhere, or Roadrunner, you can send it to me and we can try and stick it on the bottom of the stream or below. By the way, I suppose I have to do this because I always get TG's glaring at me. Yeah, guys, if you like what we're talking about, and we like to talk a little bit, I like to talk a bit of snack, sort of. I don't know if it's called snack, but a bit rebellious on the side. A bit of the 3-letter word and but we're getting there. I'm getting back into my vibes. But I'm telling you, load shitting has just, like last week I didn't stream because I couldn't and I have a time, because by 8:30, I must say though, having a 40-year-old body, like 8:30, 9 rolls around and I'm like dead.
Yeah.
Just can't make it later anymore. Woo! But
the remote still in your hand and you're like, makeup still encrusted. Yeah.
No, look, I think Red Bull saved all of us, like all these energy drinks. Like, imagine our lives without them, or without coffee. Like,
I actually can't drink Red Bull. My kidneys collapsed from drinking so much of it when I was working at that one attorney's that nearly killed me. I lived on Red Bull just to get through the day, and I actually ended up in hospital. They thought I had gout, and the doctor was like, how can you have gout? You're a woman at that stage I was like 34. No, I was like 39. She's like, you're 39 years old. How can you have gout? That's virtually impossible. So then they had to do all these kidney tests on me.
Yes,
Turned out it was
uric acid levels were
all those
high.
Red Bulls. So I don't touch them. They're scary.
No,
They're scary.
I also don't. And not often, but occasionally if I haven't slept, like insomniac me. But I'm beat better. I'm trying to remember to take my magnesium in the morning, and it all works. Take your minerals, people. Take your minerals.
Yes. This is what the doctor gave me for COVID brain.
Drugs. My teenagers just gone drugs. No, it's not drugs. It's vitamins. But yes, no, guys. Well, thank you. Thanks everybody for joining, and remember to give us a like and a subscribe if you're not subscribed. But thanks for sharing, and yeah, well,
thank you. Doing your likes.
Yes. No, it's been tons of fun, and yeah, we'll hopefully have you on again when we have
I love it.
Another journey that you're busy with, and we'll get to that at a later stage.
Yes, after I write the book, you can have
memoirs.
Author shenanigans.
Yes. Oh, Brandon says next week we talk waxing. Okay, we'll come to experiment on you. How's your back? How's your chest? I've never seen that. I had a friend a next door neighbor who was studying beauty therapy, and they decided, no, the boyfriend was a bit of an asshole. We're gonna wax this oak. And the first day of wax, they just smeared it from like belly to chest. And this guy he was not a happy camper. But yeah, the waxing today is pretty quick. It's pretty fast. If you have hair, I say go for it. I'm very lucky. I started waxing lots on my legs, and now it's like baby fluff. So I'm happy about that. Dory firing Nessa. But yeah, we're wrapping it up. Those isolate vitamins are bad. You need to go to nanonutrients. Yes, Roadrunner's punting his CBD oil and his nanonutrients. Yes, we'll put some of the links below. Send it to me and we'll post it on the bottom. TG, we can do that, yes? Firiness says, I'm an expert on home waxing. No, great stuff. Listen, I swear we all have to...
I can't. The wax ends up everywhere. Even the ones where you like rub and peel, that still ends up... I
can't. During lockdown, well, we're still in lockdown, but I mean the number 5, I had some wax and I needed to do the bits, but it was horrific. It was horrific. I contacted the company, and I've got to dig it out the garage. Actually, I've got a pot and I've got a new thing of wax. I'm a bit nervous to use it because the first time was such a stuff up. Like I'm a bit nervous to use the rest of the pot. Okay, small patches, people. Small patches. Keep it small. Not like, because I literally had like goop on my. I was literally sticky everywhere. I don't know if I didn't do it right, or probably I didn't do it right. When I was still cycling in my 20s, I had my legs waxed twice. Never again. Hell no, too much pain. Listen, and that's not the word. The legs are fine. But down there, okay, your Brazilian waxes and your little shapes and your harkies. Yes, yeah, I did it once, I think 5 years ago. Not again. Got burnt. Was in agony. No, there went my birthday, sex weekend.
It's not even, it's like it hurts then, but then it carries on hurting because as it grows out, then it catches on your panties the whole time and you get those.
No, waxing. Look, I think if you're a sports person and you're capable, yes. But we'll talk Depilev and Epilat. You see, Brandon's now started us on a whole new vibe. But yeah, are we gonna let's see? Oh wow, I'm an expert home waxer after lockdown. All right, now I remember waxing, so I know Kerry. Kerry taught me to use beeswax. Okay, we used to wax each other. We were like 14, 15 years old, and we used to apply this thick beeswax on our underarms and on our legs. It was very sore, but it was lots of fun. Lots of fun. Welcome, Kerry. Welcome. Yeah, remember to hit that like button. I don't know. hopefully we're getting back into the swing of things. And Hopper 7 suits everybody. It suits me. I'm not too tired and yawning my head off. So Fiery Nesta says, yes, we women torture ourselves for you. Lol. Honestly, I haven't shaved in a while. I get static every time I pull my jammies on. You do it in the dark and you see the sparks go. Yeah, no.
Oh my goodness.
But, in fact, we need a man on to share their stories. Because, yeah.
They're waxing stories.
No, I think once a guy introduced him, like we'd been seeing each other for a while, and then we got to that part, that you do get closer to. And the dude had no hair. He'd obviously planned it and thought, okay, this is
He's gonna get laid.
This is DJ. He's gonna get laid. He needs to be manscaped. He needs to be trimmed. Oh my fuck! I got the fright of my life. I did. I got the fright of my life. Yeah, but there was like nothing, like baby. I was like, no, there's something not lekker here.
A lot of men do that.
We dated for a while, and I was like, please don't do that again. He's like, no, but it makes it look bigger. I'm like, what's wrong with this fucking size? Just there's nothing wrong with the size. Like, and I know men like us girls to be trimmed and taken care of a little bit down there. Yeah, no, fair enough, But yeah, it kind of freaked me out too, and I was, never again.
Wow, just a little trim if they really want to, but that kind of thing doesn't bug me. Like, be natural.
Manscaping is important, but let's not get overboard. Don't get carried away. Like, I don't want to think like you're, like, what's wrong here? Like, I don't want to feel like I like a man.
It looks like that, the underwear where it's got the hole, that you used to buy at Cardi's. I don't know if they still sell it, but it's like the woolly underwear.
Oh yes, or they had that the milli pit. The milli pit. What did you remember? The willy warmer. Do you remember that thing? The willy warmer. It's like a milli cob, a corn cob. Yeah. The willy warmer. Get yours here now for winter.
I think my mom crocheted my dad one.
Wasn't there that thing that you put on? There was that meme where you put on the end of like pot holders to hold the frying pan. They all looked like these woolen knitted penises. Oh, shucks. All right, guys. Don't mess with the bush. Yeah, no, we'll never be seen again. Yeah, exactly. Yes. You want to go out with a man, not a little boy. Thank you.
Bottom line.
And I think and I think like men also need to get over that. Like, my gynae actually said if a man wants a pubescent little girl, there's something not lekker. Yeah. So yes, embracing vulvas, embracing curls, embracing curves.
Yes, bushes.
It's going into 2022, people. Time for embracement. Woohoo!
I will shave my armpits though. That's where I draw the line.
Okay, fair enough. My hair is so fine, I like miss it. No, I have to wax.
I'll wax.
Yeah. Oops. Oh, you froze there. But thanks everybody. I think we're gonna say ta-ta and have a lekker week. And it's only a 4-day week. Yeah. Like I keep thinking today's Monday, right? Andrew there.
So awesome.
Wait, Andrew, I'm gonna.
Did you lose?
I'm gonna remove you quickly. I'm gonna add you again. Whoops. You there? Hopefully she'll come back. I don't know. TG, we've lost our guest. Is she there? Hold on. No, she's back. There we go. I don't know, the internet. Maybe someone in your household just logged onto the internet. Anyway, time to And
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I was like,
I can hear you, Scotty. Connect.
I was deliberately sitting still. No, I wasn't. Now you've frozen. Okay.
I froze. Oh God. All right, people. Okay. It's been lots of fun. Thank you so much for telling us about your curl journey, and I will look into what's it called? Marula? Mango and Marula by Sunpack. Perfect hair.
clicks.
Curly girl method. Yes, all
Yeah.
these things. All right. Cool. Have a lekker rest of your week.
Thank
And
you. You too. Thanks for having me.
Mhm.
Always love it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers, everybody. TTFN.
Bye.
Bye.